Outlining a speech isn't difficult, but there is a bit of a learning curve. So I'm going to demonstrate how to create an outline, including what information is required and the purpose of each section. Your outline should follow APA formatting. There's another video about how to set up the correct formatting, so if you have questions about that, head over to that video. Once your paper is in APA format, you can start creating your outline. Your outline will begin on the second page. At the top of your outline, you should include your topic. Type topic, colon, and then whatever your topic is. For this one, it's introduction speech. You can make this more original if you want to, but it can be whatever you want. Then you'll type your general purpose. This should be a verb statement. Whatever your purpose is for the speech should be typed here. You have three options: to entertain, to inform, and to persuade. For the introduction speech, since I'm telling you about myself, my general purpose is going to be to inform. Your specific purpose is next. It is more detailed for your speech. This is also a verb statement. So this can be to introduce myself to the class. Later on, we'll talk about different specific purpose statements, including to strengthen commitment, to weaken commitment, etc. But don't worry about this for now. Now you'll type introduction. Here is where you actually start outlining your speech. So you can choose a list like this, but it should be in standard outline format. I like to just do it on my own. So I'm going to type Roman numeral 1. The first part of your speech is the attention-getting device. Here, you'll get our attention and make us listen. If your Word document automatically indents like this, you can use this arrow right here to move it back. So Roman numeral 2 is a definition. Not all of your speeches will have a definition, so this is optional. Roman numeral 3 is your personal credibility. Again, not all speeches will have this, so since this is an introduction speech and you're talking about yourself, I think you're pretty credible about this. But when we get into informative speeches and persuasive speeches, you might be able to say something about your topic, about why you are able to speak about this topic and inform us or persuade us to do something. So the personal credibility for your informative speech for your introduction speech is optional. Next is your thesis statement. This is not optional. This is a one-sentence, succinct summary of your speech. So you could say something like, today I'm going to introduce myself to the class. Or it could be something more specific, like today I'm going to tell you about the best adventure I've ever had in my life. It can be whatever you want and is specific to your speech. Roman numeral 5 is the preview. The preview tells us how you're going to outline your speech. So tell us the 2 or 3 or 4 topics that you're going to talk about. Try not to make this something like, today I'm going to tell you about A, B, and C. It should be something a little bit more interesting than that. So then we're going to enter again, and here we're going to type body, because now we're going to start the body of your speech. The body should also be organized in standard outline format, which includes a Roman numeral 1, which is the main idea. Here is your main idea 1. So you'll take the first idea from your preview and include it here. Next, you'll enter and tab in. This should be Roman numeral, or I'm sorry, this should be capital letter A, and you can change it here. So capital letter A is your first supporting material. So if you're telling us about the best adventure you've ever had, maybe your main idea is you went on vacation. And your supporting material might be where you went. So maybe this was the first time you've ever flown on a plane. So not only did you go to an exciting place, but your supporting material is then, my adventure started off with the first time flying on a plane. When you have an A, you must have a B, since you can't divide things into fewer than 2 parts. So whatever your supporting material A is, you should have something that is similar in supporting material B. You don't need to have any more than that, so let's go on to main idea 2. And again, you'll include your supporting material, A and B. And that's it for your first 2 main ideas. If you have another main idea, you can include that here, but not all speeches will. So we're going to stop with 2 today. And now we're going to type your conclusion. Your conclusion is basically a reverse of your introduction. So since the definition and the personal credibility are optional in your introduction, we're not going to talk about that here. So your introduction, again, is Roman numeral 1, and this is a summary of your speech, which is basically a restated thesis or restated preview. 2 is an action step. The only speech that you'll record in this class that will have an action step is the persuasive speech. So for now, don't worry about that. Last is the final plea. The final plea is really up to whatever it is that you want to include. For the introduction speech, a lot of students say things like, I look forward to getting to know all of you this semester, or I hope you enjoyed my story. Whatever is appropriate for your speech can be part of the final plea. In the persuasive speech, this will be a summary, again, of what it is that you want us to do. So you'll summarize your 3 or 4 main points in your speech, and then the action step is what you actually want us to do. And the final plea is something like, I hope you'll understand how this will help save not only our campus, but the earth as a whole. Or I hope you'll contribute to saving the baby seals. Whatever it is, that's your final plea. And it can be whatever it is that you want. Remember to write all of your sections in complete sentences for your preparation speech, which is the one that you'll turn in. You can write a presentation outline, which would be note cards that you would use when you're presenting your speech, but it's totally up to you. You don't have to use those if you don't want to. That's it. If you have any questions or need help, you can ask me or one of the peers. For writing and editing help, feel free to ask me or head to the Writing Center on campus in the Wheatley Center.